So next in Learn Clojure, we are going to look at functions. So everything in Clojure is a function, right? So even if you just use a plus symbol, so what you're actually doing is, let me just explain. So you're just having a list over here and you just put plus. So that's a function and you can give arguments over here. 1 and 2. Let me make this bigger. So okay, yeah. So this is a function and you're just giving arguments. So every program, almost everything in Clojure is nothing but a function followed by arguments. So you've been using it all along, right? So that's the thing. And I think you would have used println. So println, and you can print whatever you want, hello world or whatever it is. So this too is a function, right? So println is a function, and then you have arguments. You can give arguments to it, and that's how it is. Maybe you can even print something else like hello Mars. Okay, so hello Mars, and okay, hello world, hello Mars. Maybe it's better to add a new line over here, right? So comes in two lines. Okay, so you've got hello world, hello Mars. Maybe I'll just okay, yeah. So I think the Sprintln is adding a space over here. So yeah, so that's why you're just getting a space over here. So, but yeah, the thing is, it's a function and it can take arguments, one or many arguments, right? So that's how Clojure is, and a function can even take no argument. Okay, so yeah, we'll see about all those things in upcoming videos, right? So that's the thing. So how to write our own function, right? So let's have a file called function say hello.clj. I'll just create a file function. Uh, okay, I need to create it over here. Okay, function say hello.clj, right? So, and I'll just copy this code and paste it. But if you're learning Clojure, please do type it. So that's the thing, right? Um, so yeah, and okay. So yeah, this is how. Wait, I'll just close all those things that are not needed. Okay, so okay, so now you've just got this, and okay, rather than just doing this, let me just type it for you so that you will know it better. So how we'll define a function? So we'll define a function using a keyword called defn. I think defn itself is a function. So and then it will be followed by a function. Say hello, right? And let's say like we are passing no arguments, right? So that's how it is. And so yeah, that's it. We have defined a function, right? I'll just put option enter. It gets loaded into Ripple. So now I'll just call this say hello, just like I just call plus or println or whatever, right? So now it just gives nil. Nil means it returns nothing. Okay, so now what I'm just saying is okay, like I'm just saying okay, to print something, okay, and what I want to print is hello world, right? So that's the thing, and I'll just put option and enter, or I think alt enter on Windows and Mac, uh, so that you can just load it. Sorry, Windows and you Linux system, so that you can just load this say hello over here. And if you're not familiar with Canva, please do get familiarized. Okay, so that's the thing, right? And then what I can just do is like say hyphen hello, and I'm just calling a function with no arguments, and it just said hello world. Okay, so that's how it is. So this is how you define a function. So it is this keyword define followed by this function name, and you're taking no arguments over here, so it's just empty over here, and then over here the function body. So right, so that's how it is. And yeah, let me just take this out, right? So and of course, like yeah, in my book you would have called it right over here, right? So say hello and it prints hello world. So yeah, that's how function works. Okay, so Now let's put another file called function with arguments, right? So okay, so right, okay, so let me just save this file as function with arguments. Okay, so that's the thing. And now, yeah, like I will, okay, let me just put this as comment over here. And okay, let me just write a function called defense, say hello. And now I would just want to take a name as argument. And now I just want to say println hello and then name and then possibly followed by exclamation mark, right? So that's how it is, right? So yeah, so now our say hello takes an argument, right? So that's how it is. Oops. Option enter or alt enter depending on whatever system you use. So say hello is here. Now if I just call say hello like this, it throws an error because it needs an argument, right? So I'll just put say hello, and over here I'll just give a string called Karthik. Okay, so and it just says hello Karthik, right? So that's how it is. So yeah, so this is how it is. So def and function name arguments. It can be even many arguments. Now I'm just giving just one argument and then the function body. You can do something with the argument, or you can even ignore that argument, but that's not a wise programming practice. To take an argument and just ignore it, that's not a wise programming practice, right? So yeah. So yeah. So now let's uh, what to say? Find an area of circle, right? So yeah. So we know that okay, the area of circle is pi r square, right? So that enclosure is okay, like uh, okay. Now let me just save this. I'll just function circle area. Okay, so I'll just put a new file named function circle area, right? Okay, right. So so we just know that okay, area of circle is pi, mat slash pi. So that gives some value. And let's say like you have okay, so this multiplied by okay r square. Okay, r, let's have it as okay, let's say like 7, and then r square. Okay, so you just need a power. So these are all like I'm pulling out from Java. Okay, this Java math library. Okay, it has pi and it has this pow and all those things. Okay, so this is the thing. So let's see what's the area of circle. So it's nearly 154, or it is actually exactly 154, I think. But here there is some approximation being done in computer, and due to this floating point calculations, there will be some minor variations, right? So that's how it is, right? So it is just pi r square. So maybe you can just substitute this with radius. Okay, so def radius. Let me put it like 10. Okay, so now you just have this radius, and now rather than this thing, I can just put it like okay radius, right? So this is radius raised to the power of 2, and that multiplied with pi. Okay, so that's the thing. And now you have just got some value, right? So now all I just need to do is like write a function define circle area. Okay, define circle area that gets radius as input, and now yeah. So I just copied this and pasted it over here, and that's it. You have just got it, right? So yeah, so let me just put the file name, right? So function circle circle area dot clj lj, right? So now to load this, let me just put option and enter or alt enter depending on whatever operating system you're using. Now I can just use, okay, circle area. Now I can just pass this radius, which have already been is already defined, or I can just give some number, right? And that's how it is. I can give 10, okay, I can give 14 or whatever number I just want, right? So that's it. So this is how it works, okay? So maybe in my book it's a little bit different. Okay, yeah, I just call it circle area 7 over here. But yeah, both are serving the same thing, right? Okay. So these are the basics of function, right? Uh, so yeah, these are the basics of function, and I've just got something about refactoring, and I need to read this. Okay, so okay, so let's say like okay, look, one thing about functions is like you can refactor easily, right? So like let's say like okay, like this one requires a lot of operations and all those things, and maybe like you're just pulling in another function, right? Like from this Java mat library. So maybe let's say like okay, look, you have written this, but you can refactor it better. Like let me say how that can be done. So okay, like I'll just put a file name. Okay, function circle area refactored. Okay, this is one advantage of function. Let me just do this first and tell you what's the advantage, right? So I'll just put a new file and okay, so that's the thing, right? So let me just put the file name. Look, that's my practice to put a file name. And okay, so now I'll just copy this circle area, right? Okay. Let's say like okay, like you're just coding for a friend's company and it's getting billions of hits and all those things. Let's say like okay, they're just saying like, look, we need to pull two functions from this mat library, and this is kind of slow. Like finding the power raised to the power of two is kind of slow and all those things. So what they're just telling us, they're just telling you to multiply like mat pi, and rather than this radius raised to the power of two, they're just telling you to put uh, radius okay, so that's it. So radii us, okay, so why it's radii us, okay. Okay, yeah, fine. That's it, right? So this reads more simple. Okay, this is more simple to read, as well as maybe it could be faster. I don't know, right? So that's the thing. But one advantage with functions is, look, this circle area could be used in hundreds of places, thousands of places, and all those stuff, right? But let's say like you are very sure like you just made some efficiency modifications and made it more efficient, okay? Who uses it doesn't even know like you have modified it under the code, okay? That's the good thing about abstractions or making functions, okay? So no matter whatever algorithm you use inside, as far as the function gives the same output for same input, it is just going to work, okay? So that's one highly, what to say, that's one reason why we use functions. One reason why we use is, yeah, like it makes coding simpler. You can abstract complex logics into function. But the thing is, like even if you do that, and then even if your function is not good enough and you refactor, still people outside won't be able to see any difference, provided the refactor code produce the exact same output as the previous code, right? So look, this is how my new function is. But now you just look like okay, I'm just I've just loaded it over here, right? And the circled area, right? Circle area. And if I still give 7, it's going to give 153 point something. Okay. Exactly the same thing what we did before, right? So this is very good for refractoring. Maybe you could implement a solution that's not perfectly satisfiable, but then you could publish your function to your fellow developers and they could use it. But then you can just, as they are using it, you could what to say, modify your function, make it better, and they will have no idea about it, but it could improve your system efficiency or something like that, right? So this is actually called as refactoring, and in Clojure it's very very easy. And because you're using this ripple driven development, you just know like what you're doing, right? So that's how it is. So that's it for this introductory function video and all those things. And I think if you compare to other programming languages, we have covered a lot of ground. Okay, so that's because Clojure is very very easy programming language compared to other languages. We can cover a lot of ground. We can achieve a lot of things with it. So that's how it is. Okay. So now that's it for this video. Until we meet in the next video.